All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to Allah Hakim Dunam, pushing this word in sincerity and truth throughout the whole world. And a sincere shalom to the elect. Now I'd like to get into this. Right now we're in Purim. We're in the midst of Purim. It came in on the 10th. Today is the 11th. Tomorrow at Eve it closes out. And plus we're on the Shabbat right now. Okay? So we're going to get into this little lesson here. You know, we must put these things in remembrance. Okay? We must put these things in remembrance. You know, and we you know, 2/3 of Israel, they're not going to, you know, adhere to this. They're not going to care, right? But the Lord returning his spirit onto us, letting us know who we are, you know, we're going to care. We're going to run in that. We're the ones to run after this, you know, wholeheartedly. Okay? Because the Lord didn't have to do this, man. He could have left us stuck. He could have left us in a, you know, in any position just like these 2/3 in the world. But, hey, if you know what's going on, you keeping your high holy days today, hey, praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because you could have been like a 2/3 nigga, you know, just doing anything today, right? So let's get into this real quick. Purim, the lot. Okay, going back into the lot that was cast upon us, but that, what is it, the Agarite, Haman, okay, that wicked fucking Edomite, because he's a descendant of Edom, okay? He belongs to Edom. He's a carrier of the Edom gene. But anyways, let's get into this real quick. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh. Okay? And this is what we're doing. We're rehearsing this. Okay? We're keeping these things to mind. Alright? Once the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai entered into us, and we got to find out that, hey, we're Hebrew Israelites and we're supposed to be keeping these high holy days. These things belong unto us and we should be cherishing these things. You know, we gathered up, man, and ran on to the Lord to serve him, okay? Because these things, like I said, didn't have to be shown to you. You could have been walking like a 2/3 bug out nigga in the world. But the Lord, you know, revealed these things unto you. So now what? You're going to do what? You're going to rehearse these things. Okay? You're going to rehearse these righteous acts because this is of your heritage. Okay? The heritage that the Lord gave unto you. So, you know, once you see that and once you realize that, what are you supposed to do? Just stand there on the sidelines and be like, yeah, that's great. That's cool. No, you partake. Okay? And you partake with faith. Okay? Not just because somebody says, oh, yeah, you got to do this. Okay, all right, whatever. No. We do this by faith, man. We walk by faith, not by sight, okay? And without that faith, it's impossible to please him. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And this is a part of diligently seeking him, okay? This is a part of diligently seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Okay? This is a part of that diligently seeking him. And individuals who are diligently seeking him are going to be walking, well, the true, you know, the 144, they'll be walking by faith. And Lord willing, we be of that number, right? So you got to have faith, rehearsing these righteous acts. This is just something that it's been pointed out to you, and you keep it carnally, like how you know, 2/3 Jakes was doing back in the day. You know, Romans chapter 9 tells you that they sought it not by faith, right? Because they were what? They were carnals all day. So going back into this, let's go to Deuteronomy. Because these are things that we have to keep in remembrance. They're important to us, you know. The Lord revealed his spirit onto us to let us know these things. So they're important to us, okay? Stop for 1 second, Hakeem. So the Lord revealed these things unto us, so they're precious to us. In 1 Samuel chapter 3 and 1, it tells you that the word of Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no open vision. So much like now, this is a secret. This is a secret that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has only revealed unto his, servants, right? And yeah, you're going to have some that come in and some that drop out. But he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. And you want to be likened unto one of those individuals, right? So keeping these high holy days is very important to us. It's not some kind of joke or gimmick or game, okay? It's very important unto us, right? So going back into this, Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse, 1 second. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, this is the Shema prayer, Shema, Yashra Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Achad. And thou shalt love the Lord with all thy, thou shalt love the Lord, Yahweh, thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. Okay? So when we serve in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we do it to the best of our ability. So you can understand, right? And these words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thine heart, in thy mind. Okay? Consistently, right? And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Okay? So it's a remembrance of things. Remember in Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8, it tells you to meditate upon these things. Okay? So these things has got to be on the front page of your mind. Okay? Like you wake up and the first thing you think about, okay, shit, I got to brush my teeth, I got to get to work, this and that. You start, aligning yourself for the day. Well, this is what it is for us. Okay? When you see us at camp, when you see us doing these videos and the camera goes off, we're the same way, okay? It's not something that we hang up on the wall and we go, okay, back to regular living. No, this is our heritage, man. This is how we live, okay? When that guy had said, I deemed him as a bug out because the brother told me that there was a bunch of fishy shit going on in that camp that they were with before, and the brothers keep calling out for him, and he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to see the brothers. He's not even responding to them, right? So I deem that guy, he's in that bug out mode, man. He said he was going to drink, grape juice for Passover. And that's what bothered me, because we take this very fucking serious, man. This is not some joke, not no gimmick, not no, you just playing this for a while. No. This is on our heart. This is our mind. This is how we're going to pass, Lord willing, that the Lord keeps us onto the end. Okay? And Lord willing, by the time Yahweh Bashim Yahushai returneth, we get salvation. Okay? So when I seen that post, I think he's a bug out, man. Because honestly, if you posting shit like that, I can understand if you're sincere in the heart and you seen it and you say, oh shit, let me warn the brothers. But brother, we already been through this years. Okay? That's nothing new to us. And I went through the video and showed you, okay, by detail, that no, what you're saying is not true. Because you have other brothers who are sincere out there, and I don't want somebody to throw off one of my brothers who's being sincere, man. Causing the dissension, right? So we keep this diligently within ourselves, man, constantly seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We have our downtime, watching a movie or something like that, but You know, we're still filtering everything through the scriptures, man. Okay? So this is a heritage unto us. This is our heritage. Okay? And the Lord revealing these things back onto us. Let me go to this, Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, rebellious, stubborn. Okay? The brother out in Alaska was doing a video on that, and we went into the word rebellious and stubborn. Okay? And that's what, you know, a lot of these individuals that come into this truth, when they get reproved, they start acting rebellious and stubborn and bitter, right? Bringing up things that they ought not. All you gotta do is just apologize, Jake, and they can't even do that, right? So anyways, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, we're in the land of our captivities right now. Okay, we're still under captive of Esau, Edom. Okay, we can't just walk out there and do what we want, slaughter an animal, you know, on our property, anything like that. Nah, they'll call police. You get locked up, all types of shit. Okay, keeping our customs, right? So, anyways, in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, right? And once we're brought back to this remembrance, and these things are on the table, this is your high holy days, this is what you're supposed to be practicing, this is what you're supposed to be keeping, well, we rehearse these righteous acts, right? In these lands of our captivity. And shall know that I am Yahweh their power, for I will give them an heart, meaning a mind, and ears to hear. A heart can't hear, okay? And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff-neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahweh, which sinned before the Lord. Okay? And we're remembering our ways, because the Lord is making that available unto us. Remember, it tells you by His Spirit He revealed these things. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and 10. But Yahweh have revealed them unto us by His Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of Yahweh. Okay? Of the power. Okay? So let's go into this real quick. I want to get into this Purim. Esther chapter 9. And I encourage you, brothers, go read the whole, the whole book of Esther. Okay? Or you could, just to refresh yourself, start from chapter 7. Okay? But anyways, you gotta really go through the whole book. Dealing with Mordecai and Esther and the king. We'll get into it real quick here. So yeah, let's go into this. Esther chapter 9 and verse 1. Now, in the 12th month, that is the month of Adar, on the 13th day of the same, when the king's commandment and his decree drew near to be put in execution, in the day that the enemies of the Jews hoped to have power over them, thought it was turned to the contrary, that the Jews had rule over them that hated them. Okay, like I said, you gotta go through the whole, chapter, or better yet, you gotta go through all of the chapters to get a better understanding of what's going on here. Okay, now point that I wanted. Let's go up to 24, okay, to 28, and Haman. We call that vocab. We give vocab that nickname, man. He is Haman. Haman fucking Malone, man. Anyways, because Haman, the son of Hamadath, the Haggite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast pur, that is, the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. Let's go into the word Purim, okay? as you see, a lot. Okay, so they cast a lot on us to destroy us. Okay, this was our enemies. These fucking wicked nigga ass Edomites, man. Haman being the chief, like vocab. Okay, being the chief on top, the chief player. Okay, chief player. So, anyways, but when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letter that this wicked device which he devised against the Jews should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. That's right, okay? Because they were wicked. They wanted us to hang, okay? But the Lord said, no, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the controller of all. John chapter 19 and verse 10 and 11, Yahushua said unto him, you can have no power against me except the Most High will it, okay? So we know the Most High is the one that's in control, all right? So going back into this, and this is another thing too, that we got to walk by faith and not by sight, because they were in the midst of this event about to happen to them, and look what happened at the last second, okay? This is why Mordecai told Esther, when she got up in that, when they got up in those lands, she said, shh, don't tell everybody you're a Jew, okay? Don't be screaming that all out. Use wisdom. We're going to walk with wisdom, okay? Simple and plain. We're going to walk with wisdom, all right? Because we had much enemies. And that's a wise thing to do anyways. So, it's lucky. 1 second. Going back here. That would be bomb buckler. Where should go, Fuck. Anyways, let me get back to the lesson here. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letter, wherefore they called these days Purim. And went back into Purim, right? Purim. A lot, okay? Let's go back into this. Trying to see somebody here, but they're not coming out yet. What the fuck? But they did, and I just didn't see them. But that wouldn't make any sense. Anyways. What the hell? Anyways, let's go back into this. Wherefore they call these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore, all the words of this letter and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Jews ordained and took the Jews ordained and took upon them and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves onto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing and according to their appointed time every year, and that these days should be remembered. This is the point here, okay? That these days should be remembered, because these days are very important unto us, okay? They may not be important to 2/3. They may not be important to the rest of these people in the world, but they're important to us because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, like I said, has revealed these things onto us. And we considering these things and looking at the world and say, hey, the Lord didn't have to do that to us, man. He could have just left us like one of these 2/3 out here, bugged out, okay? Not knowing anything, right? So anyways, continuing. And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perished from their seed, okay? So they're doing these things in remembrance, okay? Because you gotta remember, our enemies, they wanted us down, they wanted us out, okay? They want to crush us, kill us, destroy us, okay? That was their, that was their hopes, okay? Their dreams, their aspirations is that, yeah, these Israelites, we take them down, you know? Slack you 1 second. Back here now. Slack you 1 second, Hakim. So yeah, going back into this, and that these days, verse 28, should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city. Okay. So these things we're keeping in remembrance. We're speaking about them on the new Akim who are just coming in. You know what I mean? They got to learn about these high holy days of ours. Okay. They got to learn about these things. Because, it's very important for them. It's very important to us, okay? And once ye being returned unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai and learning that you're an Israelite, then you're supposed to keep things like this, okay? These things are supposed to be in the forefront of your mind, all right? At the forefront of your mind. Just lock in 1 second. Go. So yeah, we keep these things in remembrance, man. And the same way we're keeping remembrance that, the enemy wants to destroy us, we got to hold faith, because when you read stories like this, Romans 15 and verse 4, you got to remember that the Lord, it may not seem like anything's going to happen, but always bank that the Lord is going to come through and give you that salvation if you're righteous, right? And if you're putting your 100% faith into Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Psalms chapter 37 and verse 40, we're going to go into that just now. He'll save the upright. He'll save the righteous man. So stories like this, we got to keep in remembrance when we're going through those times. Okay? So let's go into, Psalms chapter 50. I don't want to make this too long, just a little lesson, because we got to speak about these days. We got to keep these things in remembrance, Psalms chapter 50 and verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thy eyes. And this is going into Esau, Edom, and shit, even you other nations too. Okay, we're going to be set up as that ruling kingdom in the world, or ruling class people in the world. Okay, but Esau, Edom, and these other nations, all the wickedness that you have done to us, you thought that the Lord was with you, just such as Haman. Haman thought, yeah, the Lord is with me, man. Set up the gallows, get everything ready. We cast a lot. Yeah. But it was reversed over them, man. And them and their sons hung on the gallows. Okay? And that's to show you the last moment, look at Abraham. He was about to sacrifice Isaac, and at the last second, the angel said, nope, come here. Right? That's it. Okay? So continuing. Yep, Psalms 130. I don't want to. Yep, let's go here. Psalms chapter 37 and verse 10. For yet a little while. No, evildoers, verse 9. Evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, though thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and mash upon him with his teeth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And you see, when we put our trust into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, don't worry what a man can do unto thee, okay? Worry what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai could do to you, okay? But in the most part, put your fear into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay? The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. That's us. We're in that upright conversation. We don't have no, remember the scriptures tell you that our conversation is in heaven. We're not having these worldly conversations, okay? We're not worldly niggas, all right? The sword shall enter into their own heart, okay? And their bows shall be broken, okay? Let's go up. Psalms chapter 37 and 37. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, okay? Let me go. Verse 40. And Yahweh shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. Right, the righteous man is going to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And at the last minute, it may look fucked up. It may look like, oh shit, they're going to get the upper hand on us. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai kicks that stool from right under them. And they hang themselves, okay? Psalms chapter 7 and verse 15. He made a pit and dug it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head. His violent dealing shall come down upon his own plat. Look what happened to what's his name again? Haman. He thought he was so smart building those gallows. He's like, yeah, it's a sure bet. I got this in the bag, yeah, But shit started to fuck up for him. The king came in. He was on the bed, like damn near passed out. Like, the king made a remark, like, I can't remember how it goes. He goes, "What now? You gonna bang? Basically, you gonna fuck my woman on my bed?" Yo, that was cold, man. That man's soul left him right there and then, And the king was wroth with him. So anyways, who's he going to save out of those days? Let's go back into this real quick. Malachi chapter 3. And this is the Lord returning his spirit onto us to serve him, Malachi chapter 3 and 16. Then they that feared Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Let me say that again. And they shall be mine, saith Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son. Let me go into that word spare. To save, okay? To save them from the calamity that's coming down, okay? To spare, okay? To have pity on, compassion. See, to be compassionate towards, okay? And why do you think he's going to be compassionate towards the 2/3? He's long-suffering, yes, but you guys been wasting time, man. Here it is, while the grace door is open, we're rehearsing these righteous acts, keeping these things in remembrance, which is, pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai, because we're doing it by faith. Okay? And Yahweh Shai has our track record. They know what's up. Okay? Yahweh Shem Shai. We just living. Okay? We just living. We're as pilgrims on this earth. They got the backstory to us. We don't. Okay? So the best thing to do is, once the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai is returned onto you, serve him. Come back and serve him. Put away the world, man. The world's not going to save you. You can keep as much high holy days as you want. If you a fucked up nigga, you're just a fucked up nigga. Okay? But with an individual where the Lord has returned these things back onto us to keep these things faithfully, not like, oh yeah, this is just some kind of like what they're doing in the past, being carnal. But it tells you in Romans chapter 9, 31 and 32, they started not by faith, man. They did it like the confession boxes. You go into the confession box, and then they back out there doing the same shit again, right? So, hey, man, this time around here, the Lord is, opened that door of grace onto us, and we're going to keep these things by faith, okay? We're going to continue on the path that the Lord has, spiritually, we recognize that the Lord has put us on this path, okay? He's guiding us through, our walk. And seeing that he has returned these things back onto us, like I said, what's the best thing to do? Well, stop what you're doing in the world and come and serve your power, man. Because he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to put us in remembrance of these days. He didn't have to do none of that. Okay? So, he said it, he did it. And, hey, Tawadi Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Rakako Dash for allowing me to know who I am, for giving me back my identity. Starting with my apostle elders, their elders before them too as well. So hey Akim, these days they're important to us, okay? This is our heritage, all right? These days we gotta keep in mind, we gotta keep attentive, okay? Can't let it slip. So with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rokah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in sincerity and truth through the four corners of the earth. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Lord willing, to the next time. Wa abad baba. Shalom Akim. Salaki, I just got to turn this thing off right there. Salaki Akim. Shalom.